Perry, and Alex Nicholson. You always hear them say like, "Oh, like wake up on the beach," or that's what they're talking about. Like you literally will wake up, like somewhere, like you're dreaming, and then you're like.
They don't let you tap out, man.
No, you're supposed to tap out.
But you didn't.
No.
I'll tap out as soon as someone gets me around the neck, man.
You mentioned that you fight at 135.
I fight at 135 and 145.
And walking around today, and you look super fit at the moment. You're actually 163.
163.
And what do you do to cut weight that quickly? Or let me preface by, when you how quickly will you know that, hey, I have a fight and I have to be 135 or I have to be 145? What type of time frame do you normally have?
Well, my last fight, I fought a guy that I was scheduled to fight like 2 months before, it was a month before last, but he had weight cut complications. That was the only guy who legit had real like problems, like issues.
That he had to back out.
But he messaged me. He did it professionally and everything, and we ran it back at 45.
Okay.
But I literally cut 29 pounds in 24 days.
Wow.
For the fight. Like I just did it over a process. It's just dieting, like drinking water, or obviously a lot of water. Drink a gallon a day. Eat healthy. Like I usually have the shittiest diet ever. Like when I'm not in fight camp, and I'm telling like. And everyone's like, "Oh, how do you look like you do?" Like, trust me, there's nothing you can do. This was all from my dad.
I'm waiting on the secret sauce, man. I'm like, okay. You fight at 145. Okay, no. Tell me how you get cutting this weight, man.
Now, when you say eating shitty, are we talking?
No, I mean like McDonald's. Like the shit I should not. Yeah, the shit you shouldn't eat. I shouldn't even do it, and that's why like I have Mitchell Chamale. He's a friend and the owner of Combat Night, but he's constantly on my ass about eating shitty. Like. Always uses the analogy like, would you ever put just unleaded fuel in a fucking Ferrari?
Right.
I mean, so like why should I do that? You know what I mean? But and I understand it. And so fight camp, I'm completely strict. I don't drink. I don't eat shitty for like the whole entire camp, which I should be doing all the time, but you only live once.
You only live once. And that Big Mac looks good.
For sure.
What's your go-to meal at McDonald's?
Usually a double quarter pounder.
Okay.
And
he goes for the double.
And a McChicken.
I like it. Oh, that's too funny. Well, in your most recent fight, you basically won by striking. But when we were talking before the show, you kind of jiu-jitsu is your longer standing discipline.
Yeah, jiu-jitsu is what I should be doing, and if like my coaches like they'll tell you like I'm an idiot because I don't go to the ground, I don't do any of the stuff I'm supposed to do, but people will see I am really good at jiu-jitsu. I'm really good on the ground.
Have you had to win a fight on the ground yet, or has it all been striking?
I've had opportunities to win on the ground. I let it go.
Oh man!
I always want a knockout.
It looks better, right? It looks better. First of all, on your record and everything.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
that.
when I go, for instance, like I'm amateur, I'm trying to have fun right now. In pro, if that happens, I'm gonna finish it. If someone gives me my neck and if it gives me their neck in 1 second, I'm gonna take it. Like,
yeah.
But that's for pro. Like that's my permanent record. Right now, I'm trying to learn and trying to have fun.
Yeah. How's that fun?
It's a lot of fun, man.
I saw your last fight, man. It looked like a lot of fun. It looked like a lot of business. Yeah. You're just taking care of business.
Oh, man,
that's what it looked like.
You feel the most alive in there when you can just or at least you can legally beat somebody's ass in front of friends and family.
Right.
Like their friends and their family. Oh, that's good. That's Peyton pretty much told us the same thing about playing football.
Exactly.
It's one of our prior guests. So, what is it like to knock somebody out?
Again, best feeling. Like, I don't know. Like, it feels really good. It feels good, like, sober. Doing it sober, like, in a ring is awesome. But most
also done it with a few drinks, I guess?
Okay. But usually, you have the tough guys just like to pick on little baby face people like myself.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I want to talk about that a little bit later, but now you've struck somebody, they're clearly down. Do you ever have like is that too much moment?
No, there's a switch. Like when someone's hurt and you see that, like just like a switch goes off and you just want to fucking kill them. Like
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you back off.
Oh,
No,
switch goes the other way.
Switch goes the other
no,
way.
you have to get you're gonna get yanked off. Like you fight until it's finished.
It's over. Finish him.
Now, is that something you felt like just internally you had that in you all
No,
along?
I didn't think
or
I had.
that-
I didn't
okay.
think I had it. It happened. That's why I was saying like there's killers in this sport. Like there are legit people that want to go in there and fucking kill you. Like, and there's people like me that are doing it for fun. So when I go pro, when elbows and knees to the face are allowed, like there's people trying to end you, like right there, like for real.
Right.
And it's gonna change. That's gonna change a lot. Like I'm gonna have to change the way I do things. That's why I said I have to finish stuff early, get in and get out. Like at least
Right.
no damage. But
When was the first moment when you felt that switch flip for you though, and you're gonna hit through the whistle?
Usually you could tell like how you connect with a shot or anything. It's just you could tell like someone stumbles if they look like they winced in a little bit of pain, like it just sets like that attack mode off. It's just like an injured like animal, like a pit bull is gonna be on his ass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Interesting. Now, you mentioned like having opportunities to submit people and preferring to go with the strike. Was that also a function of you just feeling very confident against that particular opponent too? That you just felt you weren't in too much danger?
Yeah, but it can bite you in the ass too, because if
I
you
was wondering about that.
Yeah, my first fight, I could have finished the Kimura. I actually got knocked out. TKO. My first fight, got knocked down 3 times in the round, and that was before ground and pound or anything. But
Oh wow.
so yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what was it like to get knocked out?
Well, it was a TKO, so it wasn't a real
You
like
weren't
knockout, so I
unconscious,
wasn't unconscious. But yeah, I've been put to sleep though. But, not
Oh, yeah?
not in a fight, but in jiu-jitsu.
training?
Yeah,
Okay. What's that like?
you just dream. Like,
Dream.
you wake up, like you'll hear Mike Perry, and Alex Nicholson. You always hear them say like, "Oh, like wake up on the beach," or that's what they're talking about. Like you literally will wake up, like somewhere. Like you're dreaming, and then you're like.
They don't let you. They
reality.
don't let you tap out, man.
No, you're supposed to tap out.
But you didn't.
No.
I'll tap out as soon as someone gets me around the neck, man. Let me out of this shit, man.
Now, not tapping out, is that because you think you still got an escape, or what? What's going on with that?
I don't know. Like
Because you know if a guy got you good enough.
Yeah,
right?
no,
Oh,
you
thanks.
do, but it's more of like it's an ego thing. You shouldn't have. You should tap out. But I'm like, fuck it. Like,
Yeah. Especially if you're in training, you're
Yeah,
just
I'm
trying
all
to
in.
see how far you can.
honestly, the person who put me to sleep the most, Steven Cozzo, the one I mentioned.
Yeah, yeah.
That fucker, his triangle is nasty as shit.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just trying to fight through it. I'm like, I'm like, all right, I'll just let him burn out his leg. No, that bitch got me. He's the only one.
Oh, that's.
And there's just no way to get out of some of those moves.
There's a way, but when you know what the fuck you're doing, like
Oh,
if someone does everything correctly, like Cozzo
gotcha.
does.
It's just pretty much over.
Yeah, you're fucked. You should probably tap.
That's funny. So, you mentioned like some guys just really have like a killer mentality or whatever. What's your demeanor as a fighter? Do you talk trash to your opponents? Do you try and get in their head before the fight starts,
I
or do
don't.
you have a different mentality?
Me personally, I don't talk trash. Before I don't, even if the guy was talking trash to me, I'm like how I would be in public. Like if I'm, like I said, at a bar and some guy came to talk shit, I'm not the person to like mouth back or say anything. I'm just gonna fucking knock you out. But in a fight, same thing. Like I'm there to fight you in the ring. Like I don't have to talk. I mean that's probably not good. Like selling like in the future if I did go to the UFC, I'm not like a Conor McGregor. You know, I'm not gonna talk. So
Right.
hopefully, my skill set will build like fans and
Exactly.
stuff like that. But I was like taught to be humble, like in anything. All my sports coaches, anything, like it was always humble. My family doesn't like cocky, arrogant motherfucker, so
Right.
I never was one.
Good. Good deal. Good deal.
Now, how athletic are you still? I told someone today that you can still do a windmill.
Yeah,
Am I
that's-
lying?
No, I could still win.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because I remember growing up, I remember that you liked basketball a
Yeah.
lot, you know. And so what happened with that?
Oh, I used to I played basketball every day at LA
Yeah, I
Fitness
know.
just for fun. Like I was playing 3 to 4 hours a day
Yeah.
just for fun. Man, I wasn't
Where'd you
going
hoop at?
anywhere with it. LA Fitness and
Oh, okay.
off of Hal Branch, but I was just having fun.
Do you still play now? I mean, because it would interfere with your
Yeah, I haven't played basketball since 2016.
yeah
Like
yeah.
actually on the court, like
Because
like
you
how it
wouldn't
used to
want to
be.
get a damn ACL or something.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I was blessed.
shitty.
I have never had any of those type of injuries. Like
Yeah.
I'm literally,
Knock on some wood.
yeah, I'm
Yeah. But I'm saying playing basketball just recreationally, it could, you know.
over time, fuck you. Especially the way I jump. Like I can jump, man.
I know. That's what I was telling someone earlier, man. Because you're just a naturally athletic person. So how do you think athletically that transferred to what you're doing now, MMA and
I think
MMA fighting?
it helps me a lot. Like I think too much. Like a lot of people tell me that I rely a lot on my athleticism, and it kind of hurts me a little bit because I skip technique using my athleticism. And like if I like, you'll see it's like some of the other guys that aren't athletic have the best technique, and that's because they have to. But that technique is more important than your athletic ability.
Right. Right.
In most of your fights, have you been the superior athlete?
I think so far, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Well, let's take a quick break here. When we come back, we do want to get into some bar fights, and
Not literally.
maybe literally, because Casey's going to show me some things as well, man. That's why we have the layout different today. But yeah, we want to get into the mentality of you being in a place and knowing that you could do certain things to everyone in the room, just things like that that we think would be interesting. All right, you're on the bench with Bubba and Pink. Once again, don't forget we're on all podcast streaming platforms. Find us on YouTube. Find us on Spotify. You're on the bench with Bubba and Pink. We'll be right back. Here goes Baby.